Hello, dear student. Uh, Hello, dear student. Let's learn something about this electronic transition. This is the second part, as I have mentioned in the last clip. What is electronic transition and how it happen? As I have mentioned in the first video clip. From that also you can learn. Just for the remembering, just I want to repeat is the interaction of the matter or substance with the electromagnetic radiation having suitable energy for that particular transition. So UV visible is very important electromagnetic radiation for the electronic transition, as I mentioned. This is clip also, this portion also included in the first chapter for the remembering. Just try to remember in some short form. General example, the excitation or transition of 3s electron from 3p, because they are in the same energy level. After absorption, suitable energy, one electron from 3s get jumped to the 3p, which is higher, but this state is unstable, having higher energy, so it goes down to the lower energy level, reflecting some radiation, and we can see some color. For example, sodium material when ignite in the flame, we see yellow light lighted. So higher 3p is unstable than lower 3s when releasing electromagnetic radiation. This is some part I have mentioned, but this video I want to reflect one more point related to the second this second lecture. Interaction of matter or substance with the electromagnetic radiation reflect the following points. Number one is the radiation is related to the molecule or substance. Electron jump from lower energy level to higher energy level. Means, just like in the sodium metal. Other than sodium, we can discuss. This is what the promotion or excitation of one or more electron from lower energy to the higher. It is called electronic transition. And the second point, generally the bond between the two atoms or more atoms, that is the chemical bond, is flexible, highly flexible. So bond length may decrease or increase. That is modified bond length. That means it reflects the vibrational transition due to the reflection of the bond. That is flexible bond, chemical bond. The bond length may be increase or decrease. The type modify the bond angle. Bond so give the vibrational transition. Means modify the bond length, also bond angle. Any modification in the bond length, increase or decrease, just give changes the bond angle. This is called vibrational transition. In the third part, electron freely move, means the movement of electron is given by the quantum number 4, spin quantum number, either rotate clockwise or anti-clockwise. So you can see the rotational vibration. This is also mentioned in the first lecture, just remembering the idea. Type of electron present in the molecule, generally sigma type, pi type, n type. These are the electron different types. Sigma means lower energy state type. The first bond means sigma bond. After the formation of sigma bond, pi bond will be formed. Before forming the sigma bond, no pi bond. So generally pi bond depend on sigma bond. It is what n electron, non-bonding electron. Just after the chemical bond formation, there will be some excess electron. For example, in the nitrogen, oxygen, halogen, after responding the valency, they have extra electron in that, it is called non-bonding electron. Then stability of that this is given by this relation sigma by n electron. Then this is also mentioned in the first lecture, no problem. And some this is the what type of how the sigma bond form head overlap, lateral overlap means in same energy, different energy means positive, positive, negative, negative. When the formation of pi bond it takes and the formation of sigma bond like this. This is another environment. This is another environment, different environment. This is same environment, positive, positive, negative, negative on the end. So HOMO highly occupied molecular orbital LUMO. Lowest unoccupied molecular orbital, this is non-bonding having the higher energy. In the case of pi bond, this is anti-bonding, this is bonding, LUMO, HOMO. This is also where this HOMO will form first, then electron, the number of electron goes to this level. After filling the level, the remaining electron will present here. It depends on the number of electrons. But here I mentioned for this particular transition, electronic transition, the electron present here after getting the suitable EMR get excited to this pi bonding. This is LUMO. The type of promotion or excitation is known as pi-pi transition. Here, sigma star transition, bonding, anti-bonding, bonding, anti-bonding, lateral overlap. So the energy difference, as I mentioned here also. Now, just let us consider one by one sigma, pi, and etc. etc. Here, the first sigma to sigma star transition. Generally, molecule having sigma bond, sigma electron means the bond formed by hybridized orbital. Generally, sigma bond is formed by only hybridized orbital. For example, there are so many examples, but for better understanding, I am giving this particular example: cyclohexane. All the carbon hydrogen bond is sigma bond. That is propane. Here also carbon hydrogen also sigma. Such type of molecule having the sigma electron, it is sigma bond generally. So such type of transition, that is sigma to sigma star electronic transition. And come to the second, pi star. In this case, molecule having pi electron means pi bond, multiple bond, either double or triple. Double bond, 1 sigma, 1 pi. Triple bond, 1 sigma, 2 pi. Generally, pi bond is formed above or below the sigma bond, led due to the lateral overlapping. This is renewable. This is general form. Pi bond generally formed by unhybridized orbital or purely electron present in the purely orbital, not involved in the hybridization. In case of this one, carbon double bond. This carbon undergo sp2 hybridization, but one left p orbital left as unhybridized orbital. This is pure orbital to give pi bond between carbon and carbon lateral overlap. Out of these two, one is sigma and one is pi. So above the plane or below the plane. So in this case, molecule having pi electron, pi bonding, multiple bonds generally give such type of transition, sigma pi to pi star. This is another example: butadiene, ethylene, ethene, 1,3-butadiene. The excitation of pi electron take place here also. And this is also benzene. There are 3 double bond, means 3 pi bond, etc. etc. Now let us discuss pi to pi star transition. This is I have mentioned in the last also. This is some light model. I repeat just for some idea. You can draw any picture so that reflection will be easy. And this is bonding, anti-bonding. And the third part is N to sigma star transition. That is generally such type of transition involved in the molecule having an electron in addition to sigma bond. For example, hetero family organic compound having halogen, nitrogen, oxygen. For example, this is ethanol. Here, sigma bond and non-bonding electron around oxygen. Here also sigma bond and a non-bonding electron around the nitrogen. Are also ether, thanamine, ether also. So in such type of molecule compound sample transition, that is N to sigma star take place due to the presence of an electron. And number 4 type N to pi star, that is having N and a pi electron. And there should be an electron, non-bonding electron, and there should be pi electron. It is multiple bond, either double or triple. This is one example, aldehyde, acetaldehyde, IUP name ethanol. This molecule C single bond C and this C double bonded with this oxygen and single bond with this hydrogen. But I have shown like this. But you have to remember what is the molecular structure of this carbon and this carbon, different hybridized state. This is sp3 hybridized and this is sp2 hybridized. But the reflection of double bond be in this carbon with this oxygen due to the having divalency of the oxygen. So here means double bond means 1 pi 1 sigma. Generally, I mentioned also without the sigma bond, no pi bond. Without the sigma bond, pi bond, no in an electron sometime. But this is very important. Here also C double bond O and single bond O, single bond H. This carbon and this carbon so different hybridization. This is sp3, this is sp2, similar to this. Here also sp3 and this is sp. Means there should be a triple bond between C and the nitrogen. But the presence of one lone pair electron, that is we call non-bonding electron. So in such type and a similar such type of molecule or compound show this type of electronic transition. That is, for example, in random mortar in ethanol, only 2 transition in ethanol in this particular some light questionnaire part. In ethanol, how many type of transition you can see, or we can see this is sigma, sigma star, N, sigma star due to the presence of sigma and a non-bonding electron. But in case of aldehyde, all the type of electronic, all the type of electron present, that is all the electronic transition happen. Here sigma bond present, double bond present, and electron means non-bonding electron present around oxygen, and the pi bond but around between the carbon and this oxygen, and sigma bond. So sigma electron, pi electron, and electron present. That is why such type of molecule show all the transition, all the different type transition. So that is the energy level. This one higher and this one lower. This is greater than 20 nanometer. Less than greater than 20 and less than this one 20 nanometer. This is question before coming the question. This is the different type of transition that I mentioned in the last lecture also. For better understanding, I repeat this one. This is having the highest energy absorption. Next is this one, and the third one this, and the last one this. Here, the level of this. These are bonding, and these are anti-bonding. Homo-LUMO. Here, different six type, different type. Or just I want to repeat one more part. Okay. Okay, let's see this one. We can discuss, we can reflect some different possible transition, sigma to sigma star, sigma to pi star, according to this. Sigma to sigma star, sigma to pi star, and pi to pi star, pi to sigma star, and n to pi star, and n to sigma star, like this. But among them, I have shown the only 4 transition, which is possible transition out of 6 transition. Due to some clip, I missed the clip, but I want to repeat so that you can write. There are 6 possible transition, but among the 6, very important means physically involved transition are 4. Here I have seen the 4. I have shown the 4, but what are the remaining 2? This is what I want to repeat. You can record. This is what sigma to sigma star and sigma to pi star can be drawn. Sigma to pi star and pi to pi star here I have drawn, and pi to sigma star I have not drawn, and n to pi star and n to sigma star. I miss means I don't show the other 2 transition. What are the 2 transition that I have shown? I don't shown means I did not mention in this. It is sigma to pi star. Here, sigma to pi star not possible. That is why I have not shown. And another non-possible, pi to sigma star. Pi to sigma star. I repeat, sigma to pi star and pi to sigma star are not allowed or forbidden transition. We call forbidden. Here among these 4, generally this is forbidden transition due to unsymmetrical condition of transition, unsymmetrical condition, non-bonding and anti-bonding pi. So out of this, these are allowed transition. AT means allowed transition. These are FT means forbidden transition due to the unsymmetrical form of transition. This way, this one, and to pi star. And these are allowed transition. Just focus some simple question related to this. Chromophore. What is chromophore? The part of a molecule responsible for imparting color, means reflecting color. Part of the molecule giving information about the color appearance. Then the functional group containing multiple bonds, double or triple, capable of absorbing radiation above 200 nanometer due to this transition, means the presence of an electron, pi electron. Double bond means pi electron. Triple bond means also more pi electron. And due to the having an electron in the particular, as I mentioned, methylaldehyde, ether, or ketone, etc., etc. They have an electron. Then another stoichiometry part, auxochrome, the functional group, attached to a chromophore. This is the another part of the molecule imparting color. And functional group attached to chromophore, which modify the ability of the chromophore to absorb light, altering the wavelength or intensity of absorption. For example, the benzene. This is benzene. The presence of this multiple bond. The lambda max for this electromagnetic radiation, particular, this is standard. When one of the hydrogen get replaced by alcoholic, means OH group, we call phenolic group due to the attachment of this conjugated carbon. If this group is attached another not directly to this conjugated carbon, directly attached to another, called the alcoholic, but this is phenolic. In this case, the lambda maximum 270 nanometer, here 255 nanometer. This is increasing because this one, auxochrome, and number 2 means chromophore, means the movement of this n electron, the transition of this n electron help the excitation of this pi electron. This is why its absorption range changes. Then chromophore, I repeat, this is independent. Only one chromophore enough to impart color for azo group, nitroso group, and dependent. Different type of chromophore, independent and dependent. More than one chromophore required to impart color. For example, acetone having one ketone, and is colorless, while diacetyl having two ketone group is yellow. Here, in ketone or acetone, the first member of ketone, only one ketonic group. In the diacetyl, there are two ketonic group. That means dependent. One part depend the other, vice versa. Auxochrome and the chromophore and the auxochrome interaction, altering the wavelength or intensity. This is excitation, resonance taking place. This one part of the resonance happens for this. This non-bonding electron in the first step take place the movement, then pi electron in the second step, followed the movement. This is auxochrome and this is chromophore. The interaction, communication to reflect this particular SAS hybrid. This one and this one is same due to hybridized step, resonance step, similar to the isomer. But isomer and the resonance are different. Only thing similarity is different form of a single formula. But in isomer, any one of them represent the molecule, but in the resonance altogether represent. Generally, we have 5 resonance structures for benzene. So reflect the molecule altogether after mixing. But in the case of isomer, out of any number, 1, in 3, 4, 5, etc., any form represent the molecule in case of isomer. Short wavelength to wavelength. This is short wavelength. Here, the absorption requires short wavelength, and in this case, require long wavelength. This is benzene. This aniline. So this should be just some portion cut more than this due to the presence of this particular group and instead of hydrogen. This one I mentioned in the phenol also. This is repeat batrochromic shift. Then come to the batrochromic shift, high wavelength or red shift. Here, presence of chromophore with auxochrome, that is attached this group OH, OR, amine, this is secondary, tertiary, etc., etc. And conjugation of the 2 chromophore I mentioned. When absorption maxima means lambda max of a compound shift to longer wavelength, this is known as batrochromic shift. That is red shift due to the auxochrome or by change of the solvent molecule. Sometimes change of the solvent molecule also have this type of shift, and the hypsochromic shift, lower wavelength, blue shift, when the absorption maximum of the compound shift to shorter wavelength. Here, longer wavelength, shorter wavelength, known as hypsochromic shift or blue shift. This case due to the presence of an group that causes removal of conjugation or by the change of solvent. Then solvent also give the information. Hyperchromic shift, when the absorption intensity of a compound is increased, it is known as hyperchromic shift. If an auxochrome is introduced to the compound, the intensity of absorption increase. Here benzene, here aniline, the introduction of NH2. Here also pyridine, 2-methyl pyridine, introduction of methyl group. 255, 280, 257, 260. It is the effect, hyperchromic effect. Hypochromic effect, when the absorption intensity of a compound is decreased, it is known as hypochromic effect. This is, for example, naphthalene 1900. Here 2-methyl naphthalene, this one. I hope this is some digit less or this digit more. Any you can see, you can examine, no problem. Here aniline, this is the introduction means the protonation. When the protonation, we have this unit here 217 and 210. It is decrease. For this, some confusion. One digit less or one digit more. I confused. You can correct. So visibility radiation beyond the red is called infrared. That beyond violet is called ultraviolet. And the wavelength range of this start at blue end of the visible this Armstrong and end 200 2000 Armstrong. This is the some relation. No problem. Energy 1, energy 0 means this is the different delta H is new. Generally, energy to tell electronic, vibrational, rotational means I have mentioned electronic transition, vibrational transition, rotational transition. The absorption spectrum when a sample is exposed to light energy that matches the energy difference between the possible electronic transition within the molecule. A fraction of the light energy would be absorbed by the molecule and the electron would be promoted to the higher energy state, and the spectrometer record a degree of absorption by the sample at different wavelength, and the resulting plot of the absorbance versus wavelength is known as spectrum. This is the significance maximum lambda max wavelength at which there is a maximum absorption. E max the intensity of maximum absorption. This is the some graph plot absorption wavelength versus absorption versus wavelength. See lambda max. This one 20 or 240. Then this one is the energy absorbance is this one. This is the some picture. Betochromic, hypsochromic, then hypochromic, and then this. So let's see some idea. This one is hyperchromic, and printing or the word is not shown properly. Yellow shift upward means yellow shift. Hyperchromic, right side betochromic, left side hypsochromic, downward hyperchromic, green shift, yellow shift, and the red one is red shift, blue shift. I repeat, in the top you can see yellow, on the down you can see green, on the left blue, on the right red. It is generalized form. I repeat, this is a repetition part, no problem. I can copy. Any functional group which is responsible for imparting color compound equal as covalently unsaturated compound responsible for imparting of color in this multiple bond. Two type of compound I mentioned independent, dependent, and this is also I mentioned oxochrome. Two type of betochromic group, isochromic group. Betochromic and isochromic, as I mentioned. And this is also yellow to orange to red, purple, violet, blue, green, etc. These are the sequence. So I hope you can learn something. You have any confusion? You can ask. You can send your question or any you can discuss. We can discuss. So try to see 2 or 3 times repeatedly, so that you can learn more and more better than my note, so that you can write. I hope you can learn something. Thank you, dear student.